Mike, let me start with you about key takeaway today.
I'd say a key takeaway is that the decision to move the aggregation rule down to the level of the RPE is going to put some more pressure on advisors in the short term. Those decisions about whether to aggregate have to be made consistently from year to year unless there's a change in facts. So in this first year, when we're just starting to figure out which trades or businesses our client has, we now also have to figure out, are those trades or businesses functionally related such that they can be aggregated and reported up together?
Great. Shari?
I think about the allocating of expenses and income. It's complicated and it affects so many other areas. So I think particularly if you have foreign activity, you need to think about what you're doing with respect to your foreign source income and your allocations there. You need to think about what you may be doing for 163J. So I think you need to consider where this occurs in other parts of the code and think about the impacts of that. Like you mentioned earlier, George, administratively, it would be best to use the same methodology consistently, but that may not give you the best answer. So I think getting started early, understanding where this is impactful and getting those calculations done is really important.
Adam?
So now we have final regulations, and so I think a constant discussion that I had with clients is that they were waiting for final regulations. How do we know if we should move businesses around or hold them in different entities if we don't even know what the final rules are, and we might move stuff around, we might decide to organize things differently, and then the rules will tell us to do something else. So I think a lot of people were on the sidelines, particularly when it comes to specified service trades or businesses and deciding what's a separate business, how do I determine if they're separate businesses, should I reorganize my companies so they're in separate entities based on the comments that we've been talking about today. And I see certainly an acceleration of people now that we have final rules really digging in and saying, okay, what are my types of income? What is a specified service trade or business? What might not be? And how can I organize things differently if I'm not getting that good answer that I thought I was going to get based on my activities?
Yeah, one final point that I meant to make before is what we've seen a lot of is that with RPEs or partnership, pass-through entities now looking to carve things up into different trades or businesses, that can have some benefits. It can also have some detriments. A partner right now is getting one number, ordinary income of say $1 million on their K1. They're now going to have white paper disclosures. If there's 3 trades or businesses, they could have trade or business A, B, and C, and you're now going to see how each trade or business is doing. So I might be making $600,000 from one trade or business, $600,000 from another trade or business, and now the last one is losing $200,000. There could be pressure from partners saying, what is this trade or business and why are we losing money and who's managing it? So I think RPEs need to take into consideration how much disclosure do you want to do, right? Because it could result in some questions from your partners and your shareholders as to why are certain businesses losing money or why are others making so much relative to the others. So a lot of different considerations.